Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Stellaris. Now, I did some poking around in between episodes, and even if I wanted to form a federation, I see here that I need 4 members in an alliance to form a federation. Right now, we only have 3 members, so we need 1 more member. Currently, though, as far as my contacts go, most of the rest of the races around me, nearby me, either hate me, or in the case of the newly independent empire, which very much likes us, problem is we can't vassalize them as they're too far away. The distance between us is too great. Although they're for it in a number of other ways, and if it wasn't for that distance, we probably would get them to accept. But another thing that we have a roadblock for is the invite to alliance. Now, mathematically, they probably would be against it anyway, but one of the big problems here is that the turtles, the Orange Empire down here, would be against adding them to the alliance. So we have an acceptance of -1,000 as a result. So that's not going to happen anytime soon. Now, I have the feeling, and this is just a feeling that I have, that a possibility that these guys don't want these incorporated into the alliance is because maybe they want to attack them. Now, one thing we could do to prevent that is we could guarantee their independence, which may piss off our ally, but it might be a smart move to ensure the independence of these guys. Oh, we are already doing that. So we have a non-aggression pledge and a guarantee for independence. Probably because we made them independent, and that's going to last for a little less than 10 years. So that's pretty much the diplomatic status currently in the game. So unless we encounter another empire that is nearby and wanting to be in alliance, we have 2 other empires here. But my relations with them are not great. We have -10 here, and we have, with these guys, we have +38. But that's with embassy bringing it all the way up as far as I can get it. So I have a lot of penalties here. So unless somebody else in my alliance adds them in, that's not really going to happen. In any case, let's go ahead and continue moving here. Now, right now, what I'm waiting for is my fleet to upgrade. So we're waiting for that. We're also wanting to get construction ships working on getting all these resources now that we have the energy credits to do so. And also, while we have resources, might as well go through and clear out any blockers that still remain on any of these systems. So we're upgrading in that system. So this might be a priority. We'll clear that guy out. And over here, we'll clear this guy out. Another thing I would say about our empire is we're doing better in energy credits, but probably not as good in minerals as we probably should. Although we are improving that by building mining stations and what have you. We're also working on a colony ship, which I plan to send out over here so that we can get the other strategic resource that is out there that we know about. Otherwise, after my fleet... Alright, so there's nothing gained there.
Debris analyzed. Construction complete.
Alright, so what do we have here? Alright, so the one construction ship is done. And we also probably cleared one of those blockers. And I think that was the last one on this planet. So for the meantime, we're just going to have to be patient and kind of wait on this planet for it to build up more population, which them expanding here would probably help. Now, we could put hydroponic farms out on some of these tiles to help with growth. Maybe we'll do that on this tile. But as I was saying, yeah, we've cleared all the blockers. So, as a result, I think I'm going to move that one governor now to somewhere that would be a little bit better. So, let's grab the blocker guy, which is this guy, and send him over to our next colony so he can start clearing out those blockers at a cheaper rate. And get it done faster as well. Oh, yeah, we have more. So just a little bit of physics research. We're not really gaining as much from these debris as we used to. Oh, construction ship. Okay. So you've done the minerals there. Might as well do the science research while you're there.
Research complete.
All right, we've got some research. So we've got our border range. That's going to help, I think. All right, so what else do we have here? Unlocks the feature Uplift. Allows genetically uplifting and socially integrating species which are close to being sentient. Ooh. There are some races in our empire that would actually be the case. And that sounds like an interesting idea, role-playing wise. We also have orbital hydroponic farms, which would be, I'm assuming, what you would add into a space station. The module, yeah. We don't have other Xeno races yet. And a frontier clinic improves habitability, which in theory sounds like a good thing to have, especially for planets that have a lot of, you know, dead spaces. Like, for instance, like this planet has a lot of dead spaces. We could improve the habitability of the planet at the same time as producing food. You know, that sounds so tempting. But Uplift sounds really awesome, too. But for the continued building of my empire, I think Frontier Clinic is what we're going to go for. It's a quick tech to upgrade, to research. So that's why I've chosen it. But definitely Uplift would have been a good role-playing choice, I think. All right, let's continue. And we might actually want to go up to a little bit faster speed here while some things are working here.
Complete.
All right. So I believe we completed the construction on this planet. And the construction would have been just clearing a blocker. This is the one that I assigned the governor that can clear blockers. So let's just start clearing more. We'll clear this one. Ooh, we got something going on here. All right, scientist has died. That would be our one of our Spark of Genius guys. So it's coming to that point. We're starting to get older leaders here. I was just checking where our influence is going. All right, so we want to grab another scientist here, possibly. Because we have the two that are on the science vessels, and then we have the two that are our researchers. So let's recruit. So we've got survey speed, expertise voidcraft, and expertise particle. So these are not quite as good as our current scientists. Of our researchers, Gethmar here is maniacal, so we would get a bonus to research. So maybe we replace Gethmar, who is old, I will admit, but we replace Gethmar with somebody that's good at surveying. So this survey speed. Alternatively, I could just go with another researcher and just hope to level them up quickly. But I'm going to hold out for somebody that's a little bit more skilled, maybe. So I'm going to go with the survey speed, recruit, and let's grab, in our science research, we're going to grab Gethmar, who has been long out in the field. No, we're not renaming him, we're using him. Is it because he's in the middle of doing something? Could be the case. Well, if that's the case, we'll just have the guy we just recruited do things for now. But let's check that out. And we also have a construction ship that needs being told what to do. Where are you? You're right there. All right, so you've done that. Where are some good resources that we want to grab a hold of? Well, we unlocked a lot of stuff over here, but currently that's in another sector. I honestly don't know if the sector regions will actually set up their own mining stations and things. without me doing it for them. But I think what I'm going to do is just come over to here and build a mining station for now. And kind of work our way down here, maybe. Alright, with that being done, let's take a look at our one science ship, which would be this one for Gethmar. So, let's just take a look at what he is queued up to do. He or she, I guess I should say. So you're doing that. I kind of want to cancel this, but we'll just let him do the debris, and then when that is done, we'll switch it out, I guess. We might even cancel it as soon as we know that he has finished it. Either way, let's just come back out. And as soon as we know that that's is finished, which it should be done soon, we'll just cancel it.
Debris analyzed.
Okay, so first things first, can we assign somebody different here? So if we go to technology and I come here, can I select Gethmar now? No. Is it because he's not in our space? Just grab this guy. Could be that he's not in our space. Okay. Alright. Now let's check out if we can do that. So, you want him here. Gethmar. Are sure you wish to? Yes. So it's because he was currently ordered to do something is why I could not do that. And then we're going to grab the survey speed guy here, who is then going to be tasked with finishing this research project. Okay. So we kind of figured that out. As long as they're being commanded to do something, you can't switch them out. But once they are done with that, you can switch them. That might have been what we had happening with our military fleet. We thought we were... Speaking of which, we get some actual research here. So coil guns and some physics and engineering research as well. But what I was saying is that could have been what was going on with our military fleet. Because our military fleet was maybe being ordered to do something, we couldn't actually change out the Admiral as we were intending to do. But it could have been a bug as well. One thing I would like to do is get these fleets to merge up. So right now, those guys are there. So why don't we send our destroyers down here? And more specifically, send them into orbit. And then when they get there, we'll merge them together. And then send them down here, hopefully, to wipe out these guys. It's possible we won't be able to. We'll have to see what the fleet strength is after we have more mass driver research here. We'll have to see what the fleet strength is after the upgrade. Alright, so the colony ship's about to pop up. And that is probably clearing blockers, so we'll just continue with that. We'll clear this one. I guess there's no harm in clearing out several ahead of time. And then over here, we'll just kind of wait. Because we can always send that governor over here now. Once they are done with the other planets. Okay, here comes the colony ship. Anytime now.
Construction
All
complete.
right, there it is. So the idea, I think, was to come over here and colonize this planet here. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And where would I like to put this guy for adjacency bonus? I don't know if I get the science research if I plop it here, but this seems like a good tile to place because of surrounding resources. So I might lose the physics research, and honestly physics is something we're behind on, but we'll just have to see if that is the case. Alternatively, I could place here, but I wouldn't get any benefit out of this. I don't think you get adjacency bonus for science research. I'll do it here. We might lose it, but there's other physics research on that planet. Okay. And we've got... These guys are working on things. You know, I could just colonize this entire area. As a matter of fact, because we have such a surplus of energy credits, I don't think it would be that big of a deal. And we could just make this its own sector. But speaking of which, sector-wise, we do only have a limit of 3 sectors. Now, we could always combine sectors later. But I don't know if that's necessarily a bad strategy to expand out my reach further. Now, I don't know if I have any competition over here, but you might as well stamp it out while you can. So, I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to build another... Oop. What I do? There we go. I want to build another... you know what? Probably would be smarter to build it over here. So that is this system here. Go ahead and build a colony ship, and we'll grab this population, which represents our race better. Okay. Now, from what I understand, when you're doing research, you actually get a penalty for having more population. So that could be kind of a liability for us in falling behind on tech.
Debris analyzed.
But I'd rather expand out the Empire. Okay, we've got nothing of interest there. And the fleet is still upgrading.
Debris analyzed.
Got some more debris. And our one science vessel is currently not doing anything. So we got more towards coil guns. All right, let's grab our science ship here, and we want to come down into this planet and get the remnants of these debris. And research. Now, I guess you might as well survey the system. Oh. Okay. These guys are our allies, so we can't survey there. But we can survey in here because these guys are our subjects, from what I gathered from that tooltip. Okay. Which is what our other science vessel has been told to do once they're done
complete.
Over there. Okay, so we're continuing to clear blockers. Let's go to the surface. Blockers are cleared, so let's go on to the next planet. So we've got no blockers here. Out of curiosity, where's this population point going? So, is migrating to this planet. Okay. I guess. I mean, we need the population points over here because this is such a big planet. But on the other hand, there's not really a whole lot there, so I guess. And we've got this system, which is where we need to send the governor. So we're going to send this guy. This guy's been getting a lot of mileage. And when we get the influence, we probably should hire more governors. We have the leader space, I believe. So come to the surface here and start unlocking more of these blockers. So most of the blockers in here are pretty much either unable to be cleared, are really kind of pointless, but we'll do them anyway. Clear, clear, and clear. All right. Get the most out of that governor.
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
Fleet upgraded. Let's select these ships, merge them together. And we also have, okay, so just construction going on and things. So my question was, as far as leaders, we could hire 2 governors, and I think that would actually get as many as we need for right now. We just don't have the influence right now to do that. We also have to consider, though, the need to possibly upgrade administration buildings, which also takes influence. Now here, we could actually advance this along a little bit by building ourselves
Debris analyzed.
a robot. But I might want to wait, because we have this guy going to be researched soon. It looks like because we're researching debris, though, it's actually being slowed down a little bit. But once that guy pops, we might have droids, and I don't know if that is something we can upgrade robot populations to, or if it's a special type of robot. We'll have to see. But maybe I should hold off and just be patient with that until we get it. As far as situation log, we're just getting all the debris that we can for the meantime. We do have our construction ships idle at the moment. So come over. This guy is already there, so we'll just do that science station. And then this guy, we have almost everything over here taken care of. We just need some science here. And I'm not going to worry about the sectors we don't control at the moment. Although maybe that would be a good idea. Alright, these guys are merged up. So their fleet strength is getting close to the combined strength of the host here. Now what I might try and do is I might send them in and see they're on fleet stance. Passive. Okay, good. I might try and bait one of them in and see if I can get a separate combat. And if that works, then I'll take it. If I get a combined combat, we might lose, so that might be a bad plan. So, for now, that's what I'm going to try and do. But if I remember correctly, they were relatively close together, so that might be hard to do. But we're going to try nonetheless. If it doesn't work, we'll just run. I could also build more ships. That would kind of even things out.
Debris analyzed.
All right, so we've got physics research. Okay, good stuff. Speaking of physics research, how is that going? So this is going to give us our second hyperdrive system. I'm going to assume that makes our hyperdrive travel faster, but that is kind of an assumption on my part. I don't know if it necessarily says in the description of the item. I guess I probably should be building more ships. I am kind of getting low on mineral resources, although we have a fair rate here. Alright, so we have a bonus to building destroyers here. Out of curiosity, do we have any... No, we don't really have any modules I am keen on getting. So I guess we can build a couple more destroyers. And maybe we'll link up. If that doesn't work, if like my fleet action doesn't work here, or I'm able to separate out one of the fleets, then I'll just, I'll wait until I get those destroyers built. Complete. Okay, we've got research done. Okay, so we're going to do new research. And we want... Unfortunately, we don't have the uplift tech this time. Alright, so we can either colonize more worlds. I don't know how habitable arid worlds are for us. 0, so that's stupid. Biolab is not a priority for me because we have so much... oh, okay, we're a little bit behind. I actually want to get physics labs now because we're kind of falling behind. We could get tile blockers. Now, this is probably only going to be on more frozen worlds, like the Arctic worlds, but some of these planets that we plan on colonizing are Arctic. Like, for instance, this one, which that would probably be a good place to start, so we could get all these planets in our borders. So we probably want the tile blockers. Out of all of these things, alternatively, we could do one of these projects, but this is an expensive project. And I don't really care about this. Yes, but wow, that range is short compared to some of my other weapons. That's pretty darn short. Otherwise, we could do tropical worlds. I don't know if I see any tropical worlds to know how habitable they are. Very, very low on that in that regard. So out of the bunch, I think the blocker sounds like the thing I'm going to go for. All right. Well, that's good for now. Let's continue.
Debris analyzed. Construction complete.
All right, so not sure. Oh, we were probably doing all the blocker clearing. And now that we have that done, we're still waiting on this tech here, which as long as we're doing the debris is going to take a while, unfortunately. And we still have quite a bit of debris to clear up. All right. Well, it will just take time. Okay, so here comes our fleet, so we might as well jump in here and wait for them to show up. They're a little bit separated, so we may be able to do it. All right, so let's just come here, see if we can grab one of them. No, here they both come. All right, never mind on that. They're both coming after me. I want an actual fleet strength before I tackle with them. And considering we're building more destroyers. Are they fleeing? They're on passive stance. I didn't tell them to do that. Oh well, that's what I want them to do. So you're going to actually come over here. Maybe because I right-clicked here, they did that. You might have combat before they jump out. There we go, just in time. Okay. We're just going to have to be patient on that. No point risking my fleet when I can just build up more ships, obviously. And by the time they get here,
analyzed.
Fleet should be done. Oh, I didn't check that out, so nothing there. We did get more coil gun progress. Which I'm going to assume is the next level of mass drivers, probably. Let's just check our planets while
analyzed.
We continue. So we don't have... We have growth here. This population is going to migrate eventually. It's going to take 13 months for them to do that, though. We also have some more debris uncovered here. Okay. Over here... I just want to make sure population are working things out. For instance, this. Let us build a basic science lab. Okay. Do we have any other population points that are working things that we could modify? Not right at the moment, we're not. Over here, though, we are. So let's build a basic science lab. I'm just looking at the other population points. Looks like we're fine for now. Probably should have this population work over here instead so we can get the physics research. You know what? Cancel that. You, come over here. Build basic science lab there. There we go. And over here, we're already working on that. And again, same kind of thing here. You guys are not working the best tile. Now we can build basic science lab. There you go. And over here... Yeah, everything is, I would say, good for the most part. And then we've got this guy who will pop out soon enough. Our colony ship is almost done, so I probably should start sending that on its way. When it gets done.
Construction complete.
There we go. And we want the Arctic world for the hope of getting these two systems in our borders. Let's come over here. Take a look at the surface. So there are no blockers on this. I think there was a special thing with that made the blockers clear. I do want to check, though, before we do anything with this. I want to check plant we colonized over here. Now, we may not be able to look at this yet, so take a look at the surface. Okay, so that did wipe out the science, which I thought might happen. So if we come over here, this would be a really smart place to put our administrative building because we have so many adjacency bonuses. But I think the problem with that is we're going to wipe the science. And that's 2 science, and the one was 1 physics. Now I still need physics. That's kind of rough, but this just is so tempting. I guess I'm going to go for that. I'm going to lose the physics. Maybe administrative buildings eventually give you the science. Hard to say. Let's grab that colony ship. If I can use my eyes to find it. There it is. Okay, so we're going to colonize. And we're going to plop that down right there for max adjacency bonus. That adjacency bonus is what makes that whole thing very strategic, for sure. Alright, and that guy's going to be going off. Probably should not do any more colonies than that, because I'm going to have to set up a new sector pretty darn soon, if I do. Although that wouldn't be necessarily the end of the world. We could just have
Construction complete.
the AI take care of that stuff for us. Alright. So these 2 fleets need to merge. Just select that so we get both of them. Merge up. So we're gaining about 200. Might be tight, but I think it's worth a go.
Debris analyzed.
Alright. Nothing for that. How are we doing on the debris? Oh, we're done. Okay. So we've got a science ship, 2 science ships that have nothing to do. Alright, so let's come back out here. Oop. What do I want to do? I don't think we can survey this stuff anymore. So, we could survey out here, which would be on the other side of our vassal, which might be a good call. We could help them with expansion, maybe. I mean, we can't control it, but maybe we can help them. So, first, let's grab this guy. We'll send him in here to survey this system. And this guy, we're going to send over here. Oh, is that system? That system's already fully surveyed. So this is only partially surveyed. Okay. Here we've got a tropical world. So we'll survey this system as well. And we may share with them our sensor data, maybe, if that helps. But this will also help us find out if there's any hostiles over here that maybe we can clear out for them to help them with expansion, maybe. Out of curiosity, do we have any factions going on? As far as I know, that's really the only indicator I have if there's any rebellions going on. How are our vassals doing as far as relationship goes? So we want our vassal specifically. I guess we could just click on ourselves to find them. So that's their symbol, is the green one. So they still hate us a little bit. But we were at war, so that's a big penalty. We do have some, I guess, ethics differences here. Because they're spiritualist and we're materialistic. And relative power of the subject. So they've got a pretty big penalty there. But our embassy will eventually negate a lot of that. Eventually. Hopefully. Alright. So, oh yeah, we were going to send her a fleet. Or do we build it up more? I guess I'll just send it. We'll see how it goes. We have to rebuild a fleet. We have to rebuild a fleet. We'll be replacing a lot of corvettes by doing that. So I don't know if it's necessarily that big of a loss. It'd be nice to get the cruiser tech. Are we even working on that right now? No, we're not, because we're working on the robot army. Which is almost done, actually. And we can see about those droids, because we were going to build one on this world.
Research complete.
Okay. Let's do our new research. So out of these, we've got Engineering Facility 2. I don't think I want to do that because engineering is one of our stronger suits. Defense Station, don't really care. Mining network upgrades might be good. Fusion missiles would be an upgrade to our missile systems, which we are not necessarily using right now. And then we've got the mass drivers or coil guns. And I was correct. The coil guns do appear to be the second level of this tech. And we're not far away from researching it, but I think I want to go with the mining network. Out of these things, that sounds like the best choice. All right. Now let's check out on this planet. We were planning on building. It is a new thing. Droid. So it looks like they give us... I can actually do a direct comparison here. So we come back to one of the planets that has a robot population. We've got the robot, which... trying to see if we can get the stats here. There we go. So the droid gives us better research output. And it gives us better minerals. But if we come back here, now the one thing had constant happiness. I don't know if I saw that with the droids. Oh, habitability plus 200. That's the same, I think, as the other robots. So they're more efficient. They give you better energy credits and they give you more minerals. I wonder if we can upgrade the other ones. We'll go ahead and build a droid here. Now that does add to the population, so this guy will get to 5 population quicker. Let's come back to one of our other planets that has a robot on it. It doesn't look like we can. It just looks like we can disassemble it, which I guess just removes that population altogether. So we're going to have to deal with some, like, older generation robots, I guess. But it's not really necessarily the end of the world to have these guys still kicking around. We could still raise them up as robot armies, so our newer colony here is going to take advantage of our latest generation robots. Good for them. In any case, I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video. This video, honestly, has kind of overrun a little bit. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.